Ooh la la. The sun's breaking through, or it's about to. You're gonna start seeing it poke at my face as time comes on. That's the true timer. That is the true timer right there. Have you ever heard them say? Have you ever heard the saying that everything is a clock? Just some clocks are more useful than others. Well, the sun is one of our most standard clocks, and its movement through the trees above certainly be the timer. Good morning. This mildly nasal gavy, philosophically useless morning has been brought to you by coffee and a couple packages that were down at the Peloton for me that I haven't opened yet. And I thought I'd open with you. This one's from Roylene Richards in Utah. I think, let's see what's inside. I may have cheated and looked at the customs declaration, so I think it's chocolate, but I could be wrong. Chocolate from Utah. I don't know any chocolate from Utah brands, so this is going to be a fun excitement. This is going to be fun either way. What? Ooh, toffee truffle chocolate. You know that I like Utah. Is it Utah truffle chocolate? Yeah. Is Utah known for truffles? Also, look at it matches the background pretty well there. Thank you very much. Oh, this is exciting. Actually, especially because I didn't have a breakfast. I had some applesauce. I'm all out of everything else. I finished it off yesterday. Ooh! And a note, thanks for sending joy through your videos across the world. I'm happy to know you. Take care. R. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's interesting because the whole idea of like knowing, she put no. I don't know if you saw that in quotes there. It's also a theme. I brought this up the other day. It's one of those things that I wanted to find a way of talking about. I was talking about it with somebody yesterday. The whole idea of parasocial relationships and looking into them, you can see the sun poking through a big gap in the leaves right now. I don't mean to be self-conscious about it. It's just blinding me. Just finding a good way to have a discussion about it. And, oh, look, it really matches the background now. Okay. Anyways, I think it's a curious thing that I'd like to explore a little bit more and talk about a little bit more. And we'll have to do that. This one's I'm pretty sure this one's from Cat Sun. I'll open this one in a minute. She said I already solved this problem for myself, so it's gonna be kind of fun to see what problem it was that I was solving for myself. But I'm looking forward to opening that. I'm very tired today. The ups and the downs right now are coming from really intense days followed by days where I don't have anything like penned into my schedule until later, so I can get a little bit of a slower start. And I have a lot of stuff I need to do just by sitting down and knocking them out. But I do need to go down to the Peloton at some point, whether today or tomorrow. Maybe I'll just do this tomorrow to get a lock for the bike. Because I should have thought about that when I was down there. Like I could have just borrowed one while I was there, and I didn't. And that was my mistake. Oh, whoops. Also give a little bit of life back to the mustache. But I thought I'd talk a little bit briefly today about what's coming and how I think things are going to be. I'm trying to find, as you know, some balance in the video creation side of things and the secret project number 2. That's ramping up and taking my life. Yesterday, had a great, very full day going around doing certain things for that. This afternoon is going to be a little bit more of that. That's why I do have hard-coded plans for this afternoon. So this morning I wanted to just kind of take some time to get some things done, but I also recognized like, wow, I'm kind of tired from yesterday. Building that bike took a lot more energy than I thought it would. It was a lot of bending over and trying to put things together that I wasn't sure how they went together. If there's one critique of the Hemiway building process, it's that everything was in German and there were no English instructions that I could find for that bike. But I figured it out, and it's a fun bike, and we'll ride it around a little bit more. I sat on some packaging. But here's some stuff that's going to be going on that I think you'll be interested to know. If I can prop this up a little bit more like that. One of them is going to be getting back to the 80 and 8. Now that things are opening back up, I really want to get back to the 80 and 8, not at the pace that I was trying to before. As you know, that was slowly killing me, or quickly killing me. But being able to do a few of those a month at least, I think will be really good, and I'm really looking forward to getting back into those. I'm a little bit intimidated by them, to be honest, because they are like all-day events. They're they're really, really exhausting, but they're really, really fun, and I really like them. So that's one of the things that I really want to get back into here soon. Obviously, some other really fun things are opening up around the city. Museums are opening back up, cultural centers and so forth, and that was one of the main things that was keeping me from getting back into the 80 and 80. So I'm definitely jumping back in here soon, and then hopefully going just to a few museums specifically that I've never been to before that I'm really excited to go to and share that experience with you. So those are really going to be fun getting around. And then maybe some day trips out of the city as well. One of the things that I'm realizing is that as I'm buckling down to really work really hard on this project, and I'll share it with you soon. That's another thing that we'll get to. Don't you worry. But I need to start like booking in just some escapes out of Paris while we're allowed to. Hopefully we're allowed to forever from here, but while we're allowed to, and while I'm thinking about it, because if I don't, the whole summer is just gonna fly by. I'm never gonna leave, and the ongoing battle with burnout is just one of those things that is ongoing. Both in that I have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, a lot of things that I am working through, obviously, and I talked about that when I went to therapy the other day. But also globally, I think we're all, there's a global sense of grief, it feels like. I listened to a really good episode of This American Life yesterday or 2 days ago that I shared with my family. I'll link to it below. It was really good, dealing with grief and in many forms, and especially as we're walking into this time where so many people have died, so many lives have changed, futures have changed, directions in life have changed. Like, there's so many things that we need to grieve that we may not give ourselves the time for. So I want to make sure that I build some of that time in. And my temptation, as you may know, is to go back to vlogging daily. Like, I really liked vlogging daily while I did it. And I know a lot of you were in for that and are in for that. And I don't want to say that I'm not going to, because there's still going to be stretches where I do. Obviously, I'm kind of back into that last week and this week. At the same time, I recognize that it isn't sustainable. It's not necessarily the healthiest of choices. I have a lot of other stuff that I want to do that I'm going to be bringing you. These projects that I have on the side are very much, I think it's very much something that the vast majority of you are going to absolutely love. So I'm still working for you, just behind the scenes for now. And also, I just need to, one of the greatest gifts that my patrons have given me, just individually, they do this all the time, but as a whole as well, they're often the loudest voices encouraging me to rest, to take care of myself, and to not burn out. And I really, really appreciate that, because I really, really, need the encouragement, because that's some of the stuff I'm working through. I don't want to let you down. So we're working it out. We're going to be organizing like content calendars and some scheduling and stuff like that. There's some longer videos that I would like to make that I've been talking about making for a long time and I never have. I just would like to experiment and try some new things as well. But also bring it back to moments like this where we can sit down and just talk and update you as to what's going on. So for today, I just wanted to kind of bring you up to speed with a little bit of what I'm thinking and where I'm at. I hope that all made sense. I'll be going out for a walk this evening, so we'll get a little bit of footage around Paris to tack on here, just to reward you for sticking through to this point in the video. And yeah, and also speaking of sticking, we've got to figure out what this is. Oh, an LED grow light? I did not solve for this. I think this is great. So here's the thing. The plants, they're about to get their daily dose of sunlight, right? They're about to get it. It's gonna last like an hour and a half. They would do so much better with additional light, like way better. They got way more sunlight with Pushan's mom than they get here. So this is very much appreciated. Thank you. I kind of solved it for myself. You've improved the situation significantly. Thank you for sending this. I really appreciate it. Let's see if we can't get this set up. It turns out this is from Mark Vickers. I had that totally wrong. My assumption was incorrect. Thank you, Mark, so very much. He says, for your plants, I have one of these and it works great. Great mood lighting, too. I'm always down for more lights, buddy. Let's put this guy in and see how moody it can get. Oh, there are 3. The picture made it look like there were only 2 guys. Okay, that's even more fun than I expected. Anyways, this is cool. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. The real trick is just finding an outlet for it, because I'm running so low. I had to unplug my Nintendo to get this to work. I'll figure it out. This tiny room may not have been made for all these lights and electric doodads, but it's just the fun of life.
very rare Phil sighting in the wild.
No.
You haven't been in my vlog in like a year and a half, I don't think.
I haven't. I've been hiding under the floorboards.
That's where I found you. Very first time I ever found Phil. And the mask, it all works out really well for all of us. Good, we're going out for a walk. Doing our thing. It's hot out. Ice cream seems like a very sensible thing to do.
Good idea.
What did you get?
I went with the citron vert, one with some lime.
Lime.
Another one of them.
I was trying to get a shot of Phil there.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so without saying what it was exactly, how do you feel about me dragging you out of your cave? Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it. Nice to stretch out the old legs. Getting rid of some of my love handles too.
That was actually the underpinning goal of the whole exercise.
Yeah.
Me too. I need it more than you do. I need a lot more than you do.
I feel like I'm getting a little heavy though.
You don't look heavy.
Yeah, I don't know.
You look handsome.
Thank you, Jay.
Absolutely.
You just do wonders for my self-esteem.
Oh, well, that's 'cause
the whole point of getting out of the cave.